Greetings of love, brothers and sisters of light, and welcome back to the I Am Octave channel with the husband and wife team, Chris and Michaela Martin, also known as Stacy and Pablo Martin. On this May 28th, I do believe 2026. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome back to class. Welcome back to the I Am Octave. So this time, Father, Mother, Adonai, I Am asked us to speak about what we have termed divine cosmos energy, and how all things are interwoven and connected together as one frequency of Christ consciousness or divine love. So before we get into it, we want to remind you that Yeshua still has his classes, books, official services, and other things on his website, christphoenixrising.mystarkingly.com, if you're interested. And if you want to support Yeshua and the mission, that's on there as well. Having said this, we only advise you to take what resonates and leave the rest within the heart, with an open mind and heart. Only share us with open-minded and open-hearted brothers and sisters. You may want to get your notebooks out, take a few notes if you wish. And yes, we have changed our official photo for all of you, per the request of Father Mother Adonai, because Father Mother Adonai and the frequencies that are changing on beautiful Mother Tara right now, we are ushering in a new golden age of Aquarius, who some of you may know as the golden age of enlightenment or awakening, or the great shift or ascension. So therefore, with the intense energies rising, the dark ones are falling. So Father, Mother, Creator had us recreate our official photograph for all of you. It still has the beautiful lotus flower in the heart, which is symbolic of divine source, the wisdom and knowledge within. You are your own lotus flower. The wisdom and knowledge is within you. The heart of love, that is, I am. And that way you're going to talk about divine cosmos energy. With me, medium Michaela Martin, also known as Stacy Martin, in my true form, my angelic form, the form of me that is an aspect of I am that is untainted by filter, perception, opinion, duality, ego, distortion, programming, and belief systems. As all things are divine love energy. Originally, but as we get into it, we'll explain why we say originally to begin with in a moment. So just take a few deep breaths as we're going to ground all of you, and then we'll get started. As we are the tree of life, we ground our roots in Mother Tara, Gaia Earth, and extend our branches all the way up through Father, Mother, Prime Source, I Am, Divine Source Creator, who made our Holy Spirit as we are one. I use your violet fire, Father, Mother, Adonai, of purification, of peace, and of love, to cleanse and clear the pineal gland, as well as the mind, body, and spirit of any and all negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, opinions, perception, ego, filter, bias, third density, duality, consciousness, belief systems, third density, duality, consciousness, or any other low vibration frequencies, as we willingly surrender all of it over to you, Mother, Father, Adonai, I am, that I am. And so it is done. I am that I am. As we do not consent to any infiltration, tricksters and imposters, low vibration frequencies, negative ET, AI, and parasitical attachments, interference, unauthorized stepping into, or any other low vibration frequencies. We ask for your protection, Father, Mother, Adonai, within and around the mind, body, and spirit of us, our family, our children, any and all technologies, devices, and equipment that Pablo and I, Stacy, might be using at this time, with only your purity of divine love given. And so it is. In the name of I am that I am. And every time we do a teaching for you, whether it be on Yeshua's YouTube channel or his class, Christ Phoenix Rising Academy, or here at the husband and wife channel of Pablo and Stacy, we will be doing the same grounding because the intense energies are really heightened right now. And we want to make sure all of you, as well as all of us in the Ananda family, are protected. Because it's important, as we said, to stay grounded, centered, and protected as often as you can. With your intentions, desires, allowances, and acceptances out loud. Because as Yeshua himself said, what you declare and decree becomes so. So be mindful of that. So today, loves, we're going to be talking about divine cosmos energy and how all things originate from one source of love. That is your I Am Octave, Father, Mother, God, Creator, or known as the divine cosmos energy. So now I let go of my ego, filter, bias, negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, opinions, and perception to stand firmly in my true self form, that is Stacy Martin, to bring this teaching filled with love to the collective at this time. And remember, only take what resonates and leave the rest. We bid you greetings of infinite love, dear souls of earth. I am she who is the true self of my physical embodiment. That is Stacy Martin. The aspect of source that is but love. For we have come forth out of infinite love. That is your I Am Octave, dear children of light, to beseech unto you this teaching of divine cosmos energy. When one is not in your human conditioning of third density duality, consciousness, distortion, programming, beliefs, pains, fears, perceptions, one begins to perceive from its truest form your God, Goddess power, dear children of light. This, beautiful souls of earth, is your birthright, to integrate in your I Am presence, that is but love, in your words, actions, and deeds, as your beloved Yeshua has said. Your divine cosmos energy flows through all things of perfect divine creation. It is only through your choices of your infinite divine free will, given to you by that which is your I Am Octave, your God, Goddess power, before you choose to incarnate. This has been given to you to use constructively and wisely, dear ones, we will say. Some souls can choose to work for the light of love or the darkness. This is what creates the, should we say, separation or the great divide upon one's planet at this time. For indeed there is a great divide in your beings of light versus beings of darkness. As the beings of light are taking down the dark ones, do not fear, do not fear, do not fear, as your beloved Yeshua has said, but be of divine cosmos energy. Dear children of light, this is your birthright. When one perceives from fear and duality, distortion, programming, limiting beliefs, one is not therefore perceiving from love. This, beloveds, is not you, but rather the ego, the self of you that is conditioned, programmed, controlled by your upbringing or your beliefs or your indoctrinations, dear ones. You are a vast being of divine love. You are infinite and eternal, ever expanding now. Your divine cosmos energy is not contained to one being, but all perfect divine creation. When one is not in your vessel of the body, and one moves into one's light body, that one achieves after your the ceasing of your physical costume, as my physical form, Michaela, has said. You then achieve your light body, which is a body of light that is more radiant and magnificent than one can simply put into words of your duality. It is exquisite. It is beautiful. It is pure unconditional love and pure light. That is your source. That is you in your divine truest essence, your God-Goddess power. That is untainted by duality and its costume of projections, perceptions, ego, distortion, and beliefs. This beautiful souls of earth is your birthright. This is your all-knowing God-Goddess power. Within you and around you, divine cosmos energy that we speak of, dear ones. We have been asked by many of you, if everything is made of love and divine light and of the divine cosmos energy that you speak of all the time, Stacy and Pablo, why is there so much chaos upon your planet? Why is there so much deception among the people at this time? To which we say to you, perception equals projection, as your beloved Yeshua has said, but it is also a soul's choice to choose either love or fear, darkness or light. As a soul, you have infinite choice in how you perceive, how you proceed through your duality. What you choose to manifest is your choice. If you choose to manifest love, you will perceive that which is love. That is your I am octave in its highest, greatest intention. But if you perceive from fear, darkness, deception, and cruelty, then you will perceive those of darkness of your power arise, dear one. This, beloveds, is why your planet is playing, shall we say, a tug of war of light versus dark. good versus evil, as there are many teachers amongst one's planet who claim there is no good and evil, there is no light versus dark. To which we will say, dear one, this is not so, dear one. One has to have, should we say, the opposite polarity to experience the greater good of love. The polar opposites will teach you love when one is ready to receive it. You have in your world the law of attraction. What you intend to attract to yourself, you literally are creating your truest desires, but one also has to create the opposite polarity to experience, to grow and evolve. This, dear souls of Earth, is partially why your collective is experiencing chaos, because the Dark Ones feed on your loose, dear one. The Dark Ones, known as your Dark Lords, have done this purposely to control you, to manipulate you, to make one perceive that one is lesser than you are, as a divine sovereign being of love. That is your I Am octave in its purest form. This, beautiful souls of Earth, is how you are being manipulated and distorted from your truest God-Goddess essence. Because of your media, because of your Dark Lords, the mind controllers of your technologies, and the negative energies upon your Mother Earth at this time. That which the light beings that surround you now, known as your angels and archangels, ascended masters, teachers and guides, and healers, and your star family, are working together to usher in the golden age of enlightenment. This, beloveds, is why it's important not to focus on fear and duality, but rather love. Rather, unlimited, unconditional love. Because what is fear? Fear is restrictive. Fear is of duality. Fear is conditioned. I'll love you, but. I'll love you if. I will surrender to you if. Surrender to love, as your beloved Yeshua has said. The divine cosmos energy begins with love. It is only in your infinite freedom of choice and divine free will that one can choose as a soul what path to persist, dear one, and to pursue forth, dear one. This, beloved, is how powerful you are as a divine created being, co-creating the world that you perceive. If you perceive from your third density duality and your pain and suffering and distortion, you are thereby intensifying the energy within you and around you, dear one. As your beloved Yeshua has also said, dear one, the world that you see with your two physical eyes isn't a mere projection of what is going on within you. Magnetized as a domino effect to radiate throughout the ethers, dear one. That is indeed how powerful you are as an aspect of your I Am octave. And what does the word octave mean, dear one? The raising of frequency to a higher state of consciousness, the raising of your vibration in music, higher pitch. The pitch of love is where you abide, not in the doom and gloom of duality, we will say, but rather in love with oneself and others, regardless of one's human conditioning or perceptions or projections. Because as we have often said, as a family, that is the family of Sananda Yeshua the Christ. All beings have divine free will and one's own discernment. When ones begin to perceive from love and nor chaos nor deception, but only love and truth, then one will see planetary shifts reemerge for the greater good of your people upon your Mother Earth at this time. For the great ascension is the ushering in of the Christ consciousness, that is love, that is your I am octave, that leaves no room for error, which is your belief in lack, misperception of duality, your ego, your filters, your opinions, your upbringings, your, shall we say, beliefs about oneself. And all that will be left is your divine cosmos energy, your I am octave, your source creator. That is how your divine cosmos energy can therefore be used for your greater good or lesser good of you and those upon your planet, beloved, with one's divine free will. You are always loved, dear one. Unconditional love as part of your divine cosmos energy and one's birthright. But it is what you choose to do with that love to yourself and others. As your beloved Yeshua has said in one's words, actions, and deeds, that perceives separation, pain, distortion, programming, illusion, filter, infiltration, and any other low vibration frequency. Because the conditioned human brain, shall we say, creates a divide because of your egoic consciousness. The ego itself, dear ones, was not created by God. But the ego, the part of you that is, shall we say, the nagging, resisting of love part of you that says that one is unworthy, that says one is not capable, but rather one is incapable of love. That is, one is higher and above you. That is, everyone's lesser than you. Everyone is different. Everyone is separate. That was not created by God. Only love was created by God. And with this love comes immense power. This is what Yeshua meant when he said, it is time for one to harness one's power of love. With the responsibility of your unconditional love, your I am octave within, one need only harness one's power for the greater good of the people and oneself, dear one, not harm of others. For those of darkness do not deserve love. For those of compassion and that are divine love are deserving and worthy of love, and that is you, beloved brothers and sisters. The dark ones have no soul, dear one. They have no heart. So therefore, beloved, they feed off of your loosh when one is down or depressed or upset. They feed off of that, causing you to be in a low vibration frequencies, causing you to second guess, causing you to be of a distorted sound mind body. This beautiful souls of earth is not who you are. You are a fractal of divine cosmos energy, a representative of your God Goddess power in the physical human expression. This, dear ones, is your divine cosmos energy. When you transition the world of duality into your light body, when you're, shall we say, when your physical costume expires, because everything physical, dear ones, has a expiration date that only the soul knows and is chosen before it incarnates into the vessel of the human avatar known as the body. When one is transitioning from the physical costume into your true form, your God Goddess power, as we, Pablo and Stacy, are in when we are speaking to you. Though you are hearing us from your physical ears, through the physical form of me that is been tagged or dubbed Michaela. For I am not Michaela. I'm only Michaela to the human avatars that need a label. Because in truth, beloved brothers and sisters, when one puts a label on everything of duality, one therefore intensifies separation. I am love, as are you love, dear one. Love has no name. Love is I am. Love is infinite and eternal. Love is your I am octave. So when one says, I am Michaela or I am Pablo and Stacy, one is having to be as the conditioned brain would receive us. That is pure unconditional love in your physical human form. But only a small portion of the true self can be in your physical form when you are an ascended master or an angel or an archangel. Or those of high vibration frequencies known as your star family. Only a small portion of you that is your Goddess power can be inhabited in the costume. So when we are speaking to you as Pablo and Stacy, we are in truth inhabiting 15% of the body, the costume, but the rest of our truest form is helping the collective at this time. Like many upon your planet that are light warriors and star seeds. For they too are our soul family and our star family as one love, one heart, and one Christ consciousness. There is no separation, only unity. It is in this way that one is not programmed by labels of duality in your light body form. When the light body is achieved, the soul can usually receive the light body and step into one's light body. Some may call it the light body, some may call it the astral body. Some may call it the true form as we do. And some may refer to it as the soul essence form, or the higher self form. It doesn't matter what you refer to it. That is the real you. For the you that's in the costume, human conditioned avatar, is only a small portion of you, enough to animate, to use a word of your duality, the body. Though one is not the body, it is important, as your beloved Yeshua has said, to take care of the body with self-care, self-love, and protection as often as needed. Your body is your barometer. It will tell you what one needs and what one is needing to work on in your human conditioned brain. The brain of duality, fear, deception, distortion, and programming. The human vessel, that is the physical body, is a servant of the mind. For you have heard it said, beautiful children of light, that your physical brain is in your body. Indeed, this is not so. Let us say this again. This is not so. The brain is not inside your body, but the body is inside your brain. Meaning, what you perceive, what you feel, what you want to manifest, what you think about, can manifest itself in disease or, as your beloved Yeshua says, dis-ease of your truest self. The incorrection of the mind. Dis-ease meaning putting the soul and one's physical body in tension, stress, sickness. Your human conditioned brain is a servant of the body. In your physical perception, but in your world of reality, as your beloved Yeshua has said, the servant of your brain is the body. How you perceive, how you intake your duality on a day-to-day basis affects your physical expression and its negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, opinions, perceptions, beliefs, and programming, dear ones. That is indeed how powerful you are, the soul essence of you that is not in your physical body, but only a fractal of it. It always was source. Every soul has a true self, or your higher self to some degree, as some would perceive it, and your human avatar. Everyone has a higher self. That is the divine cosmos energy. as my beloved Pablo has talked about. That is your energy hub. That is your energy source. That is your I am presence, your I am octave. When one is trying to achieve the light body, one is therefore trying to let go of your perceptions, projections, ego, distortion, programming, belief systems, persisting negative thoughts of duality, and surrendering to love. As your beloved Yeshua has often said, not my will but thine be done, and thy will is but love. That is what you are, dear children of light. You are not conditioned by anything than what you perceive. Your perceptions equal projection, as we as a family have said. If you perceive from fear, darkness, pain, distortion, sickness, chaos within yourself, you are thereby attracting it to you and manifesting it outwardly as a ripple effect or domino effect. All things are energy, dear one, when one is in one's light body, dear one, out of the world of physicality, but into your true essence, your divine cosmos frequency. The soul becomes one with itself again. The soul is no longer split. It is no longer perceived from separation, pain, distortion, and programming. You literally are one with everything. The flowers, the birds, the air, the trees, the other souls upon your planets, galaxies and star systems. All is one, and one is all, as your beloved Yeshua has said. There is no separation or any resistance in your truest form. There is only the acceptance of divine love that you are. All things are interwoven together as one divine tapestry of the divine cosmos. That is love. That is not duality, but pure, unconditional love, untainted by perception, projection, ego, distortion, programming, and beliefs. Love just is. As I have often said in my human avatar known as Michaela, labels were only created to create deviation from the truth. And the truth is love and unity. Labels were created to create more separation and more lack upon your planet. When one is saying, I am Michaela, or I am whoever you may be in your avatar, you are literally perceiving yourself as separate from your source creator. But for your human conditioned brain, you see us as separate forth from you. We are angels. We are your brothers and sisters equally. We are one with Source, as are you. We are confined by your labels of third density duality as Chris and Michaela, or Pablo and Stacy, or Sananda, or Ascended Master Saint Germain and Lady Portia. We're all one with you. There is no separation, only perception. The world is full of perception equals projection. And when you're in your truest form, your God-Goddess form, you see nothing but a world of projection, a world of man's miscreation, as your beloved Yeshua has said. You see a world of duality, confused, with the only reality of love. Because of your programming and conditioning that societal structures have programmed you to perceive forth from. Love is the only reality, as Yeshua himself said. In the human conditioned brain, we have created names for one to identify with because we know that your human brain needs something to cling to. But the energy of love needs no label. Love just is. This is why labels were created, to make it easier for your human conditioned brain to identify, because you are, in your third density duality, stuck to identification, external separation, validation, and beliefs. Until one surrenders to the I am energy, your I am octave, that is only pure unconditional love, there will be no room for distortion. No longer, dear children of light. When one is in one's light body, one is not therefore conditioned by duality of pain, limiting beliefs, programming, filters, distortion, distractions, chaos, and deception. One is one with Source and one with everything. One becomes one with everything when one lets go of duality and one projection and one perception and only perceives from love. That is your I am octave. You become one with the flowers. You become one with nature, one with everything around you envelops you, and you envelop it as a creative, conscious being of love. It is that simple. We are Pablo and Stacy Martin, the true selves of Chris and Michaela Martin, your brothers and sisters in light divine. Though we are not separate from you, but rather one with you, one with your I am octave, as it is us, and we are that. We bid you greetings of infinite unconditional love and peace at this time upon one's planet. And remind you, beloved, to go within, go within, go within, in one's contemplation and meditation, in your prayers. Focus on oneself, changing the eternal, infinite love into yourself rather than externalizing it, dear one. Changing the internal perception of you to only project love. Or as Yeshua says, the good, the holy, and the beautiful. Let nothing of duality distract you from the reality of love. That is unlimited, unconditional, ever present now. That is your I am octave. And so it is. We are Pablo, Stacy, Martin. The true selves of Chris and Michaela Martin in the physical world of duality. We are as you are, equal to you as one. And so it is.